So this US oil analysis for Monday the 12th of February. Now let's have a look at open price and where price may likely go. So we've seen quite a bit of sell-off from the $66 a barrel mark. We've had a series of lower highs, consolidation, breakdown, consolidation, breakdown, consolidation, breakdown. Now, we have had a very strong move on Friday to the downside, possibly being an exhaustive move. And we saw this very strong move below this 13.28. I think we came pretty close to the $58 a barrel mark. Now, from there, we posted this very large wick, and we did post a large wick to the upside. Now, we've held on to this $59 a barrel mark, and we have seen the upside continuation above the 59.31. We've not really seen much of a reaction to 59.31. So what I'm going to do is remove 59.31 off the charts. So here we are. So we've seen 59 hold. We trade below 58.28. And we've seen 59 hold. We've seen a move back up towards that $60 a barrel mark. So if we do successfully navigate $60 and 60.25, we are looking for price head up towards that 61.48. 61.48 more recently was an area where we did have a bit of consolidation, further underlining its importance. If we do turn around from $60 a barrel or 60.25, we are looking for prices to bring us back down to $59 a barrel. Successful break from which we're looking for 58.28. Depending on market volatility, I suppose we could trade below 58.28. The very levels that we are looking at below 58.28 are 57.75, 57.12, and 56.52. To the upside, let's just have a quick. Okay, I've just bear with me a second here. So above the above 60.25, we're looking at 61.48, and above 61.48, let's just have a quick look as soon as these charts load. And, let's just get this moving. There we are. Above 61.48, the very next level that we are looking at to the upside is in around that 62.54. So if we can successfully hold on to the 61.48, if we can successfully navigate 61.48 again, we're looking to see a price react around 62.54 and then eventually 63.05. If however we do find resistance at 61.48, we're looking for prices to move back down towards that $61 a barrel. Sorry, the 60 or the 60.25. And again, if we find resistance at 62.54, we'll see our price react around 61.48, where we did have a period of consolidation, below which we're looking for a move back down towards our 60.25. Overall, on the higher time frames, we are still in a pretty strong uptrend on the US oil. So again, if we do see opportunities to go long, we're then trading in alignment with the higher time frame trend. Now, with that said, that pretty much wraps up the US oil analysis here for the hourly charts. So let's just have a quick look at the higher time frames. If we head over to the monthly chart first, we can see here. Let's make sure we lock our drawings on the charts. Very important. As you can see here, we broke out of this a triangle, brief move downwards. Brief move. We've had this move downwards towards our $26 a barrel mark. We've had this inverted head and shoulder. So we've got shoulder, head, potentially our next shoulder was there. Then we saw the further upside continuation. So shoulder, head, shoulder, inverted head and shoulders, upwards momentum in the move. Now, more recently, we've had a very strong series of months. We've had 5 months of very strong bullish price action. Candles closing near their highs. More recently, though, in the month of February, we have seen quite a bit of sell-side momentum coming to the market from in and around. We've also got the in and around the 200 period moving average here on the monthly time frame. It's currently sitting at around at 65.20. We've actually traded below the low of the month of January. But after seeing this very strong trend over the past 5 months, I suppose a retracement wouldn't be unusual. So we might see that retracement before seeing that further upside continuation and move towards that 69.51 and eventually that 676.66 on the US oil. Overall, though, as we can see, we've got a series of higher lows, which are bullish for price action. So even if we do see a bit of a pullback, I wouldn't say we're poised for a reversal at present. We do still maintain the uptrend on the US oil here on the monthly time frame. So if we head over to the weekly time frame, we have our lows just here. We were in a bit of a consolidation, for a part of 2017. Before we saw this move upwards, very strong move, persistent move, brief pullbacks here and there. And we had a brief pullback in around the dynamic level of the 200 period moving average. Saw this move upwards. Now last week we've had this very strong move to the downside, very strong bearish candle closing near its low. So we might see some retracement. We might not invalidate this entire candle and where it's open so we might see further retracement, possibly down towards this 200 period moving average, dynamic level of support before seeing that bullish buy side momentum come back into the market to test these highs, possibly make a newer high. What we must be aware of also is the fact that we've had the sell side momentum bring us all the way back down in towards the 20 period moving average, which may act as a dynamic level of support. Now, the 20 period moving average was, let's see where 20 period moving average is, was currently sitting in around the 57.87, and our lows were above that. Our lows were in around 58.06. So we do have to be aware that we might potentially see retracement down to 20 period moving average, or if we have a deeper retracement all the way back down towards the 200 period moving average before we might likely see further upside momentum on the US oil. Now, if we head over to the daily time frame before I up here on the US oil, we can see, let's just have a quick look. You can see this very strong bullish move. We have a series of higher lows, and we've come into this area here. We've stalled a bit, had a bit of consolidation before seeing this sell side momentum come into the market, bringing us down towards our previous swing in the market. So our previous swing high just there is pretty much where our lows were. So we potentially could find support at this area, which proved to be resistance, and see that further upside continuation on US oil. Let's just have a look. And actually, we are on the daily time frame. So with that said, if we continue to hold this level, we've got an area which was previously resistance, potentially acting as support. So we could potentially see further upside continuation to test our most recent highs here on the US oil. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the US oil analysis. Thanks for watching.